Usually Glasgow is blue or green, but tomorrow it will be a shade of brown. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. I could have said red and it could have put me to bed, but we're sticking with the theme of shite. And it's not the Klansman, it's Monday Night Raw. Welcome back to the channel, alright? We've got guys under the same roof. We've got Diddy Men advertised, but you know what? Me and you are under the same roof right now, and is it special? Is it anything particularly great? Would it matter if I was on the moon and you were in the West Wing? Or does it change anything? Why are they hyping up people under the same roof? It's the road to WrestleMania. I expect the main event matches to be there week in, week out, and they're no there. Big Match John comes out, man, and drops one in the middle of the ring, and I'm supposed to pretend it smells like strawberries? Come on, hit me with it.
Smells like dog shit, buddy. Yeah, Monday Night Raw in the home country of Fog. Yes, Fog Wrestling from Scotland. WWE Raw till later on tonight from Scotland. But does that mean it's going to be a good show? Absolutely not. Could be patriotic. Could put this show over. Could pretend that the Scots are going to power this to a great event, but in reality it's just going to be like every other WWE show. It's going to be fucking shite, and we're going to go through the card right here, right now. But Triple H, he has got to go. The guy is done. People are saying this is... And you know what? They need to make a video tomorrow, whenever, on JD from New York. Biggest fucking fanny there is about. And you know what? I hope his mental health flies off a cliff, just like the Raw ratings. But I'll talk about that. That guy is the biggest arsehole of all time. All he does is treat people like shit, talk down to people, act like he is King Dick of the wrestling world. And then a couple of WWE shows are bad that he talks about his mental health. What a fucking loser. What about the potential mental health of people that he bashes in his comments just because they have a different opinion? Somebody thinks McMahon's better. Well, actually, somebody knows McMahon's better than Triple H, and he's calling them every name under the sun. Yeah, no, you know what, I'm not going to turn this into this is a Raw preview. I'm not going to turn it into a let's bash JD from New York for an hour, but I could easily bash him for an hour and see if I could get him in real life in a ring or something. Bash his head for about 60 minutes, man. Not in a violent sort of way, but in a professional, I'll fight him for charity kind of way. Anyway.
What about a fake wrestling kind of way, no?
Nah, that's gay. Anyway, let's move
See,
on.
Here on Folk Wrestling, we don't believe in mental health. It's a myth.
Nah.
It's for weak men.
Although, if anything was going to mentally, decline your health, it would be watching this. I will give him that. It's probably... If anything was going to break me, it would be watching WWE.
It broke me a long time ago.
See, when you're watching 3-hour SmackDowns on the network and you get that loading screen or whatever it is every break.
I've seen people hype it up with fire emojis, saying this stuff is straight fire. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't like liars, and I think they deserve to die. So I mean, that's how I feel about those people that hype that shit up. Anyway, We're going to hype up Monday Night Raw, and we're going to use one of the biggest liars, one of the biggest kiss asses, one of the biggest fake, phony losers around. We are directly looking at a tweet right here, right now from Elite Rockers. Now, you might be thinking, never heard of this bum. Well, I mean, that's probably a good thing. All he does is spend 24/7 every day of his life on Twitter, just fake tweeting, pretending that WWE is somehow amazing when we all know it's not. Whether this guy's getting paid by WWE, we don't know. But he probably makes money through Twitters and impressions and just getting fake praise and applaudits because he talks nice about wrestling and the fans like him for it. I mean, guy's a loser. But you know what? He's put up a bigger, or not a bigger, but he's put out a more detailed preview than WWE.com. So I'm going to go straight off at this guy's tweet. So in no particular order, but we'll just go from the top because why not? Started at the top, then I made it to the bottom. That's like WWE these days. You don't start at the bottom and make it to the top. WWE was already at the top, and now it's how low can you go. But anyway, let's get into it. This guy changes the screen for some reason. Don't know why, but we're back. Why
I did it is because Elite Rockers has simply got Face Off, but WWE's got John Cena and Cody Rhodes to be under the same roof.
Well, you know what? Triple H probably wrote that, and if it wasn't him, it was Adam Pearce, so I ain't reading anything that Triple H has wrote. Right, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Face Off. Now, they faced off last week where was the advancement of the story? What actually happened last week? I mean, I'll tell you what happened last week. John Cena gave a phony excuse as to why he turned heel, and Cody Rhodes basically came out and cut the promo that John Cena has cut on everybody that's turned heel over the past, 20 years.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. See all the guys that have turned heel while John Cena was the number one guy, and then Cena would come out and go, "Hey, you're selfish, or you're this, you're that." That's what Cody wrote. It was roles reversed. Alright? Cena gave a crap reason, crap logic for turning heel. Cody Rhodes came out and was like a D version of Prime Cena, and that's probably as kind of a compliment as I can pay to Cody Rhodes. What happened? Nothing. John Cena had a chance to respond, and he shat his pants. He just stood there in Brussels. He dropped a big Brussels sprouts in his drawers, his jorts. His jorts, they used to be like denim blue, now they're going to be stained brown. Because that's all he did. Dropped a big shite, did nothing. Cody Rhodes walked off. Now WWE and Adam Pearce on Instagram today, he was trying to hype this shite up by saying, how will John Cena respond? Well, John Cena had a chance to respond last week, and he did not. Now, see if you were doing this back in the day and you were like, how would Austin respond? You know what would normally happen? Austin would probably be handcuffed to the bottom rope, and the Authority would have been beating the shit out of him, and he wouldn't have had a chance to respond. And Bossman would have had his nightstick stick jammed up his ass while Vince was, shouting in his face. And then you could say, how will Austin respond? Because Austin, last week was incapacitated, but the next week on Raw, he'll have his chance for revenge. Why would we care about how John Cena's going to respond? He had his chance last week, standing face to face, man to man with Cody Rhodes, and he shat the bed. So it's just fucking garbage. What are they going to do? They're going to do the same shit.
It's way though they just repeat the same stuff though. It's like, see Cena and Cody Rhodes facing off. See if you want to do that the first time they face off. That's one thing, alright? But see when you do it the next week, and I guarantee you when we're in London next week, it's the same fucking shite, right? And then you've also got the same problem with other stuff throughout the show. It's like, CM Punk has pretty much appeared on every Raw. I would say borderline every Raw in 2025, but he's always a bullet point that he's advertised. Fun fact, guys, see when wrestling was good, every week they were there. Didn't need to advertise them, because you knew you were going to get them. See now, it's like a pick and mix. You don't know who you're going to get. It's shite, and it's pathetic, and it's no the way to book wrestling. And you're right, back in the day, there would have been a reason why someone couldn't have responded. Whether they got run over, battered to a pulp, anything fucking through the announce table, off a bridge. Could have been anything.
It would have left on a cliffhanger, and there wouldn't have been a chance for a response. So therefore, you were genuinely intrigued into how the response would go. But with what happened last week, John Cena could have responded. He just fucking sat and watched as Cody Rhodes walked off.
Cody Rhodes called him a whiny bitch, and guess what? He called The Rock that last year. This guy's... I fucking can't stand Cody Rhodes.
He probably called Seth Rollins it a year before that.
Yeah, and why didn't he want revenge on Cena? Cena battered him. Him and Travis Scott burst his eardrum. And Cody Rhodes comes out clapping the fans. And
on SmackDown, he battered The Miz, and he said that he wanted to get his hands on John Cena. And he had the chance on Raw, and he did do nothing.
You would have to be 5 years old, or the mental age of a 5-year-old to fucking enjoy this, man.
So yeah, what we're going to get? We're going to get another Cena Cody Rhodes promo. Is John Cena going to be allowed to talk a little bit more this week?
You know what, right? Cena's got...
Fact is, Cena's not allowed to talk, or else he'll bury Cody, and that
is true.
That's
right?
what it is.
We have barely got any matches left to Cena. Is it too much to ask why Cena can't be wrestling?
Aye.
You could argue, right? This is more the sort of thing you'd save for the Netflix before Mania, right? But can we not get like Cody and Jey Uso against Cena and Gunther? Try and elevate both fucking matches into meaning something. Like, come on.
Why not?
But see Adam Pearce, right? He feels so... Nick Alda, they feel so disconnected for the show. It doesn't feel like they actually run things.
They ain't watching the same shows that we're watching, I know that.
I mean, fuck, Nick Aldis can whip out the whiteboard and put as many jobber fucking tag teams together. I feels like how Triple H has booked this fucking Mania, man. Just putting people next to each other. But
join the dots, right? Well, we're going to go into the next dot, the next bullet point. CM Punk is advertised. What they do? You know what? I like Punk, but who cares? Who honestly cares? So, CM Punk is advertised. There's no sign of Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins being advertised. So basically, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to advance. And this will probably just be a case of CM Punk basically telling the people in Glasgow that they need to buy a ticket to London next week so that he can be under the same roof as Ray.
Or SmackDown, whatever that is.
That's the kind of level of shit that we're dealing with now. You're getting people... The whole point of people coming out to cut a promo is to basically tell the crowd that have already paid, here, you're going to have to pay again if you actually want to see this story advance. That's bollocks. That's bullshit.
No, it is. And you know what? We looked at the prices earlier on Ticketmaster. Now, the only tickets available are around ringside.
No, Seth Rollins did the same last week.
No, he did.
Where he told the people at Raw in Brussels, here, if you want it, you have to pay, you have to see what I do on SmackDown. What?
Yeah. Tickets were 473 quid, right? There was quite a lot of them around ringside. I don't care who you are and what your salary is. I don't care if you're making 7 figures, 6, 5 or 2. It's like paying 473 quid for this, and they've got the audacity to tell you to fly to Bologna, fly to Vienna, fly to Paris, fly to London, fly to Manchester.
If you enjoy wrestling in 2025, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, but
now if you watch it to bash it and you accept it's shite, then that's one thing. But if you actually enjoy this shit, if you watch this and think that you are being entertained and you're getting your money's worth and you're getting a good product, then I actually feel sorry for you.
I don't know how much ticket prices are in London, right? But it's like you can go to a Celtic or Rangers game for 30 odd quid. You know what I mean? And if you compare, I know Monday Night Raw, right, doesn't come to Glasgow every week. Some people will argue that, but compare it.
Yo,
you can get a Champions League game.
Back in the day, man, you could have probably fucking flew it to WrestleMania.
I know.
For the price that they're charging now to go to Glasgow.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute disgrace. Like these prices, they are, and the people that pay them they're fucking retarded. Like, there's no other words for it. Like, imagine you're taking like a family of 4. You're looking at like near $2,000. When you factor in Ticketmaster, how weird they are. I mean,
travel, drinks, snacks, any sort of merchandise. If you got a family of 4, a wife, which I mean, if you watch this shit, I don't know why you'd have one. Like, to be honest,
husband probably.
Yeah.
That's because you're a man.
But you know, let's say there's 4 yous going and you're getting drinks and snacks and maybe some popcorn, nachos, and maybe you're going to buy a shirt each. £2,000, £2,000 could easily be spent. Yeah. And for what? For CM Punk to tell you that if you want to see what's going to happen next between him, Rollins, and Reigns, you need to watch Raw next week or go and pay money for London next week. What a disgrace!
I don't know what the average salary is.
No, hold on. When did that happen? When did Austin ever come out with the sole part? Maybe on the fly, a match got booked or something got booked for next week's show. But when would Austin have ever come out and says, if you want to see what I'm going to do to McMahon, you need to tune in to Raw next week?
No. I mean, people argue they couldn't because of WCW, but that's no an excuse, man. I mean, they didn't do it in the Ruthless Aggression era, did they? So, but for me, it's like, I don't know what the average salary is in the UK, but you're looking at like someone paying half, a third, a quarter, a fifth of their wages to go to this shite. I mean, we're not talking like 30 quid. You know what I mean? $30. I mean, we're talking fucking ridiculous amount of money here, man. You're right. Just for CM Punk to give a quick recap of what happened on SmackDown, then to tell you to fuck off to some other European country. I mean, let's be honest, right? See, if I'm going to fly to Barcelona or Bologna, it'll be to fucking enjoy the city, not to fucking go to this shit.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I'll go to the new camp and watch fucking Yamal. I'm not gonna go to Barcelona to watch fucking DIY main event. Fuck
I mean,
off.
or see sightseeing, man. Enjoy a different culture for Europe. You're gonna leave your country and pay that money just to watch wrestling.
No,
Wrestling.
no.
Wrestling. Here, guys. Spoiler alert, man. WWE Raw or SmackDown. Don't even know which one it was. It was in our city yesterday or the day before. I wouldn't see. You could have given me VIP tickets, and I wouldn't have went.
No.
I wouldn't have went. You could have got a limo to come outside my mansion and drive me there, and I wouldn't have went. Because it's sad as fuck. Why would we watch this? I'd be bored at my tits. See if I went to watch Raw or SmackDown for 3 years.
I'd be on my phone.
I'd be on my phone the whole time. I'd be clock watching, wanting to go home.
No. Every match would be a piss break.
I'd be drinking water non-stop just to go to the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
Bit weird there, but still. Anyway, right, up next, AJ Styles is advertised. I mean, are we really getting? I mean, listen, I've nothing against AJ Styles, right? But I mean, the guy's not been relevant in God knows how long. Are we really getting to the stage where AJ Styles should be getting advertised?
No, we shouldn't be. And you know what? The same for Punk as well. These two guys just should not be getting advertised.
And you know what? Logan Paul won't be there, no doubt. And if they're going with Logan Paul, AJ Styles, then it'll probably just be AJ Styles telling you that, yeah, you need to tune into Raw in 2 weeks' time because Logan Paul will be there and I'll be there.
I'm sick of talking about it back in the day, right? But see, you actually watch the old Raws, right, and SmackDowns. They never said next week Stone Cold Steve Austin's advertised because he would just be there.
And do you remember whenever the GM would come out and they'd book a match and the crowd thought they were getting it?
And yeah,
it would be for next, and they'd boo the hell out of it.
No,
No, even if it was a great match.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to defend your title next.
It was a heel move to do it next week, or SmackDown in 3 days in the Attitude Era or whatever. But this is crap. Anyway, with different wording up next. Gunther appears.
Oh, so see, that's a bit different, guys. We went for CM Punk is advertised, AJ Styles is advertised. Now we're getting Gunther appears. Whoa, big Gunther, the world heavyweight champion, the guy that has defended the belt. How many times we checked earlier? And by the way, the lack of title defenses in WWE these days is nothing short of disgusting.
Oh, I know. We looked at it, man. Ho, bogging.
I mean, we looked at Cody Rhodes has had, 4 title defenses since they beat AJ Styles, and that was since they beat Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam with the return of Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
One of them was on SmackDown, the USA Network debut against Solo Sikoa. The other 3 were against Kevin Owens. One of them was some shitey pay-per-view, maybe in the Royal Rumble. I know it feels bad saying that. And the other 2 were Saturday night. So Cody Rhodes, sees in the last it's about 8 months, and the only 2 people Cody Rhodes has defended his belt against is Solo Sikoa and Kevin Owens.
Bro. But I just look at this, man. It's like what?
See, since SummerSlam, Cody, and that was way back in August. Cody Rhodes has only defended the belt in premium live events / special edition Saturday Night Main events against Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Nobody's had a sniff.
The crowds suck as well, right?
That's over 6 months.
No, I know.
Over 6 months, nobody's had a sniff at Cody's title outside of Kevin Owens. That's disgusting.
No, it's disgusting, but so's Gunther. I mean, like you said, no defence at Chamber, no defence at the Rumble, no defence at Survivor Series.
His last defence was Bash in Berlin.
Not even Bad Blood.
No, his last title defence was Bash at Berlin against Randy Orton, and you know what? See, after seeing that, maybe that's why we're not getting any more titles, because that match was shite.
The only way they can try even attempt to make these titles mean anything is just longevity and dragged out. Oh, if we give them matches every couple of months instead of weeks, they'll think the belts mean more.
Yeah, I seen an article saying that Julia had a solid first NXT Women's Championship reign. She had 1 title defense
and also
in 63 days.
Broken English promos.
Yeah, so it's not like there was great stories and great promos. and there was just like a lack of. She had one title defense in 63 days.
Look at Gunther. Like, if we don't want to take Gunther's matches in there, I can't even know that's all he's fucking got. Apparently, look at his promos, man. Just what coming out the nipples. I mean that's all he's got. Cody Rhodes, what do you want to talk? I have never felt this bad about wrestling.
No, this is 100% the worst period of wrestling.
Because know what I think it is? See, back in 2019, you had those like jobber matches, the 4-on-4. I always felt like, well, he can come back. That can happen. Mania season. This is seen as last year. Punk is back full time. You've got The Rock sniffing about, right?
Yeah, I think, you're right. Seeing 2019, I think there was some what ifs.
Yeah.
Seeing 2019, I felt that, like you said, Cena could come back and actually be good. CM Punk could come back and you'd expect it to be better than what it was. Yeah. He still had McMahon in charge and you just felt like McMahon could, at the drop of a dime, just fucking bring back the attitude there. You just felt like there was more possibilities, right? You felt like maybe Undertaker could come back and have more matches, right? You just felt like you could get more shit. See, since then, we've seen Punk come back and you know what? Hasn't been good. Don't care for Cody Rhodes, but we've seen him come back and absolutely nobody cares.
It's the atmosphere in WWE. It's too peaceful. It's too friendly. See, back in like 11, 12, 13, when you knew there was that animosity backstage between like Punk and the higher-ups, that added to the television.
Yep.
Even though it was real, right? It was kind of real to a degree. It's like, if Steve McMahon was booking Punk since his return at Survivor Series, went in 23, I am 100% convinced to be better than Triple H's. Punk has felt like a fucking joke.
Jobber.
Right, up
Jobber
next.
Punk.
Laya Valkyria against Raquel Rodriguez. I hope Raquel wins. I do not care for this. What do you think?
Will Raquel be a double champion? Will Lyra Valkyria... I mean, it's at least she's not facing Ivy Nile or Dakota Kai. It took them 3 months, but they're finally going in a different direction.
I wonder they're going to label this as a good fucking title reign.
Just these women title, these mid-card women belts were horrible. Didn't need to be brought in.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Raquel, fuck it, she'll win.
I'm gonna go Lyra Valkyria. Don't know why, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Right, up next, Jey Uso, and we believe it's Joe Hendry.
I'll tell you what, right?
No, see if this is Jimmy.
No,
which it can't be.
See the people out there that actually want it to be Jimmy, or that Samoan, like Rikishi's 8th son or something. Go fuck yourself, right? This has to be Joe Hendry, and you know what? At least we're guaranteed at least one half decent thing when Joe Hendry comes out here.
I mean, even if listen, it should be Joe Hendry, right? But even if it's not Joe Hendry, there's a bunch of Scottish wrestlers it could be that would just give you a much bigger fucking pop
Grado
than some unknown fucking Samoan that nobody cares about.
Yeah, but see, and then like the final bullet point, by the way, folks, is the Scottish crowd. That's all they've got. Not Scottish crowds, European crowd. Like them singing Randy Orton's theme song, them singing Seth Rollins' theme song. It masks the shit show. They think because the crowd's infested because they've been starved of wrestling for like 25 years.
But you know what? That's just the crowd. It's a marked crowd as well that just want to be involved.
Yeah.
They'll chant along with the themes and they think they're part of the show. Oh, we're just like the wrestlers. You're just like the wrestlers. Fucking nerds. Absolute shite.
Yep.
Like, see when Austin came back in the day, who was singing his song? Disturbed. Who was singing it out?
We're going to the man inside, Joe.
I did on. Who was doing that? I mean, nobody?
No, they were in the moment.
You were cheering, I mean,
that's another thing. See, when it was good, I know they didn't have phones back in the day, really, but people were fucking living in the moment. See, now they're all just glued to their phone. Oh, look, I'll take a wee picture of fucking X, Y, and Z coming out. I don't blame them being on their phone, because as we said 10 minutes ago, that's all we'd be doing. Or be abusing Gunther, like that's.
Yeah, but like people, I think actually prefer more about documenting the fact they were there than actually being there.
Yes.
Like, see if I was there and wrestling was good, I wouldn't give a shite about, oh, I need to make sure I capture this. I'd want to capture it with my own 2 eyes. That would be my priority. But now it's like people just want to, oh, I need to take this so I can upload it to my media and people can see I was there. It's almost like attention seeking.
It's funny
The
though.
show's shite.
I'd be doing everything in my power to let people know I wasn't there.
Fuck me. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, guys, that's your Raw preview. Bit of a long one. We'll be back for the review. I haven't really made many wrestling vids, but I'll be back.
8 p.m. start time. Will you be there?
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there, unfortunately. I will be there.
Not looking forward to it, man.
No, I'm not. Is that it?
That's it.
Hey, guys, we're done. Until next time. Peace.